Hello and welcome to the room tour of 2025. Hello, I'm Lord Krytos, I'm your host, and let me introduce you to my channel before we start with the room tour. I do create videos for YouTube since 2012 in German and English. I started out with English a little bit later. Most of my content is gaming, let's plays, let's test, so just a little bit have a look at this game, see how it is, and if it's fun I do an entire playthrough of it, but I also do unboxings and, well, I do a yearly room tour. As you can see from my background here and from the thumbnail, I love Power Rangers. I watch Power Rangers since I'm 9 years old. I collect for over 30 years now, and this makes up the most part of this room. There are some bits and pieces from Marvel, for example, an Iron Man helmet, or other nits and bits of other things I love and cherish. But before I take up too much time of the intro, let's start with the room tour. Let's start with the classic shelf here to the right. I always called it my legacy shelf, but there is really more to it than just Bandai legacy figures, so let's switch that up a bit. Right on top there is not a big change. There are still Rick from Power Rangers SPD, the non-transforming Megazord from the 90s, and yeah, well, the only change is the Lego blacksmith, which moved over from the couch from a small shelf up top here. Behind all of this is still the Goku 5 playset, which I didn't manage to put otherwise. One row moving down, we have the legacy figures, starting out with Mighty Morphin and, well, moving chronologically down. Biggest change here would be everything is on the glass, as you can see behind, like acrylic. Before we continue with showing the rest of the shelf and the room, there's no ropes, no invisible walls technically. The easiest thing is to say I used Velcro. Very easy to do. You take Velcro on the outer lines and then acrylic on top, and there is something that is, well, wood colored, which goes around. You can cut that in pieces and glue it on the outer edges, and, well, in front, if you stand right on it, you don't see it, but in general, really nice trick and no dusting. On top, there's Mighty Morphin. We start out with green, black, continue on chronologically in morphing order. In between, we have the movie figures, and going down with Zeo in space, everything like last year, but as I said, the Zords moved down from the top row to the lowest area. Power coins are in front as always, and also the Dragon Dagger letter opener is there. That review of that thing has good views. I don't know why are people that interested in a letter opener, but hey, it's a cool thing to have. Going one more down, we continue with more legacy. We have Tori there, then we have Dino Thunder. I still need some Ninja Storm figures, well, one at least, to continue that. The other one is still in storage still, but besides that we have some classic figures, Master Vile, 6-inch action hero line from Bandai. There's also, as you can see, the Hasbro basic line. So as I said, mix and matched here. Funko Hero World, White Tiger Zord, Dragon Zord. Then the only newest additions are these two from Playmates, Rita and Goldar. They are $10 figures in the US, like $10. They cost like 20 euros here, so double the price in Germany. But I wanted to see how they hold up, and for the price, what you can get them for, they're okay. They're targeted at a younger audience, but still, if you want something like that for your shelf, take it. One more down, more basic line figures, Hasbro, and yeah, well, Bandai as well, but not Power Rangers, more Beetleborgs, we are Troopers and that. Not all figures are in the perfect spot here. I couldn't find the time to rearrange them. As you can see, there is one Beast Morphers figure hidden behind red. I wanted them in chronological order. I have to get some levels in there to have that more fit, and reflecting glass, not a good thing for a video, but don't have to dust this is a big plus. I highly recommend it. Even dusting this once a year is a lot. Down on the lowest row here are still the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers ducks. I adore this silly stuff. Then there's Kamen Rider Geats, Beetleborgs, VR Troopers. Everything is mixed and matched here. And when we go one more down, this is my anime TV row, if you want to call it like that. There's Frieren from Frieren Beyond Journey's End and her apprentice Fern. Great anime, and Frieren is actually a German word. It means you are freezing, you are cold, technically. As I said, I highly recommend that anime. Fern, a really great figure as well. Both are SH Figure Arts. Next to them are some Pokemon figures, which I got with the new Pokemon Legends EE game. It was like 20 bucks more for a lot of stuff. These figures were there as well. Charizard in Mega X and Y, and the starters. Some pins as well from that. Below them there are some Figma figures from Rising of the Shield Hero. There's Raftalia. She's the second main character, as you want to call it like that, from Naofumi. Next to Philo. Philo is the little girl with the white dress. And here's the guy, the main guy from the show. Then we have the dinosaurs, the dad and Earl. The baby and the dad, sorry. Alf moved over from one shelf, and one of my quintuplets that I got gifted is also there, where it was last year. Little upgrade here, or mix up. Two more figures from Gargoyles moved over from a different shelf, Xanatos and Demona. They were in a different shelf last year. That fits more in this setting, but the other figures are still at the same place. When we move out, right next to the shelf, my cosplay, my Green Ranger. Well, my suit. I love that thing a lot, but as you can see, the Dragon Shield seen better days. I have to get a new one in the future. Let's zoom out a bit and see if we can get it in full frame, but I guess it won't fit. Close enough, I guess. Yeah, almost. On the door is a display with Megazord from the same website called Displayed. Here we have my Japanese Ranger keys. No new additions. Still the same like last year. Here is some Marvel stuff. The gauntlet from the Infinity movie, and then from the Infinity Saga movies, sorry. Then some small 1:4 scale helmets. They moved slightly. I think they weren't here last year. I can't remember everything. I checked the old video, but hey, more Lego. Below, I forgot to say, there was another display. Lego I have still to build. More classic Lego stuff. That is there since, I don't know, 2 years maybe now. Lightning Collection shelf. No real changes. I like the display how it is. That's one thing. And I didn't find time to rearrange things. And season 1 has so much stuff. As you can see, Pudgy is there behind, almost not visible. I have to find a way to make that better in future. But yeah, one more down, season 2 with Lord Zed. I can still reach in, as you can see, no glass, but that will change in the future. Then nice scenery with a custom throne that was gifted to me a while back. I really adore what I did here. You might have a different opinion on it, but hey, you do you. White Ranger fighting Goldar. The Rangers fighting... Here's season 3 with Ninjor. Give the Rangers the power. There's the metallic Rangers next to it. fighting the Tengas. Got that from the TV show. I stopped the DVD and recreated this scene, well, as good as I could. One more row down. This is from the crossover episode where the Zeo Rangers fight aside with the Alien Rangers. That was a really nice episode. I still watch it now and then if I can. Turbo Red in here because chronologic order with the figures. Phantom Ranger, Zordon, Alpha, Blue Centurion. One more down. We have Lightspeed. We have the Psycho Rangers, Lost Galaxy in space. Everything is there as it was last year. So yeah, no big changes, so we can fly over this quickly. There we have Wild Force. Then the crossover episode with SPD and Dino Thunder. Nobody gets inside. And yeah, the A Squad team here with Megazord. One more down. Dino Fury, RPM, Beast Morphers, and Dino Charge. My comic book shelf is still a mess. I have no idea how I want to place them in a proper design here to have it look fun. For now it's good. As I said, nothing really changed. Same for this shelf, not much changed. The Lightning Collection Morpher on top, and below the Master Morpher also Lightning Collection. On the left and right there are the communicators, the Tommy one, and well, the basic one for the other 5 Rangers. You could swap out the colors. Here's the pin can from Books A Million. I got that as a gift a while back. There's some autographs I got from Walter and from Austin. Then there's JDF, Rest in Power, You Are Dearly Missed. That's from the Legend of the White Dragon movie, which I hopeful comes out soon. I said last time I want to watch it this year, and it didn't come out last year, and it didn't come out this year as well. These are Veilverse figures, if you are wondering where you have to search for these name-wise. Yeah, there's a small coin which is exclusively to Germany, the silver one with the Power Rangers in front. And yeah, as I said, nothing changed much here. Basically the same like last year. When we move down, here's a little change. Besides the green and white ranger from 3.0, there is also Zeo Red. I got him just this year, not so long ago, I think like 2 or 3 months. Looks great as well. I have to do that differently. That shelf is not fitting them properly. When we move up, I'm getting old, sorry. Takes the time. There is Billy's Power Lance, still in the same spot. Lightning Collection, very cool. And below you can see Lord Zed's staff. I actually made my first own cosplay prop for some skits and such, and for Halloween this year, but yeah, I didn't use it. I was sick and couldn't go out in cosplay myself, so yeah, sad times. Maybe next year. Easy to make, made of foam, spray painted it, plastic rod in the middle. And speaking of Lord Zed, here's the Lightning Collection Lord Zed helmet next to my Switch game collection, which I think got kind of out of hand. That mushroom was a gift by my friend Shaxur, some Switch controllers, Pro controllers that is, as well. And yeah, when we look at the games, there's a lot of Pokemon. I hope the camera picks it up correctly. Mario, Zelda, all the mainline Nintendo house brand stuff. Fire Emblem, that is new. Some stuff is even wrapped. I didn't have time to unwrap it and try it out. And I got a capture card now. I'm playing console stuff on the channel as well. So there's things that are moving from my pile of shame. This is still a pile. My Steam library is more a mountain. But yeah, Switch 2 and Switch 1 games. I have the Switch 2 since this year. I really adore it. And normally I would say, hey, look, this is the place next to my TV where the Switch 2 would go. But yeah, well, there are some amiibos, like this one from Metroid. just recently. The game isn't out already, but this amiibo is huge. I mean, I get people saying, hey, this price is a lot. I paid like 35 euros in Germany. But look at the size, and it's heavy compared to Donkey Kong, which is also gorgeous with Pauline there. But there is a huge size difference. I mean, here's Samus in comparison, rather small if you know, you see the difference. But both very cool. I had to have them. Yeah. Here are my consoles. My Switch, the first one, and normally there would be the Switch 2, but that one is at the PC because I'm recording right there at that point with the capture card. Here's a GameCube controller, which works on Switch and Switch 2. Wireless, looks like retro stuff, but hey, it's new. Same goes for this Super Nintendo controller. Also for Switch, my Wii, my Wii U. That didn't change much besides moving to the right on the TV. It was all here below, most of it. N64, same deal. Old and new at the same time. I like that Nintendo did that. Blu-ray player with some vinyls on top. I don't have much of those. And my retro game collection got quite out of hand as well. Same goes for my movie and DVD, my Blu-ray and DVD collection. Movies, series, TV shows. Yeah, well, the controllers are still a mess. But they're where I store that stuff mostly. Next we have the shelf with the helmets. And for whatever reason, whenever I got a new hat or something like that, I store them on the helmets. I find it kind of funny. So White got a green wool hat. So yeah. Draken has none yet, but might change in the future, I don't know. But as I said, I find it kind of funny, and I put a hat on him. My bandana goes in pink. Billy's helmet has, like last year as well, the cap for red. Some plushies next to the Lightning Collection daggers from Trini. But here, the helmet's so small shot again. Lego TV remotes, nothing too fancy. I think that was like that last year, minus the heads. 2017 movie helmet, Lego Saturn V, Power Rangers Ninja Storm truck was there last year, and the Legacy red helmet. So moving on to a couch, some plushies from a German content creator I follow. Doesn't say much, but very squishy, very soft. That thing you might know, that's a Pokemon, it's a Woolly. Seen it in our supermarket for like 10 to 15, I'm like, I have to have that. I really like that sheep. Stormbreaker is still here. Yeah, too heavy, won't go on the wall, crushed down maybe. Mjolnir, the Love and Thunder version, that is still on the wall. One thing's changed for sure. Here is the truest sword in the galaxy, the Shadow Saber from Doggy Kruger, or also known as the Deca V Saber from Deca Ranger. This is the Memorial Edition of the sword, really nice, really cool. There's an unboxing on the channel if you want to see it more in detail. The Dino Fury keys are here, like last year. The Iron Man helmet has his own cap from Pokemon that came with the game. Black Panther's helm. They moved from down there up to that shelf. They weren't there last year. On top is still my Naruto figure. When we move to my desk where I record normally, there are all the legacy figures and roleplay items I have. Like the Legacy Dragon Dagger, really heavy, really shiny, next to some flight sticks I have for the PC. This is a Japan toy from Dino Fury. The blade is a bit short, but there's a longer version. Here on top is a new edition, Super 7 Ultimates Tyrannosaurus. Cost me like $20. Couldn't say no, it was on a sale, so otherwise it would be like 80. And yeah, no, I wouldn't buy that otherwise, but fits really nice in here. Comes with this own power coin, it's metal, looks really cool. Then there's Megazord, Dragonzord, Titanus, Thunderzords. The power sword is there on the back, that's Lightning Collection. And yeah, speaking of Lightning Collection, yeah, well, can you see it? Yeah, the Astro Megazord. Really big, really cool, and I have to say, if Hasbro would done Dino Megazord and Dragonzord Lightning Collection like this big dude, they would score. This thing is cool, really cool. Can recommend it. Got it on a sale as well, like 120 euros. Then there's Legacy Blade Blaster, really nice. Expensive by now, next to Saba, my microphone, my vinyl player. There's a Blade Blaster peeking out behind my screen. That's from Playmates. I totally forgot about that thing. The controller, the cool mouse mat I have, German creator as well. But yeah. But more interestingly, Switch 2. As I said, it's on my desk because of recording, and I know people have different opinions on that one, but it's really nice. I can really recommend the Switch 2. I have a lot of fun with it. My chair didn't change, same deal as last year. My PC, a lot of mess with the cables. Power Rangers, Blu-rays, DVDs, everything that's out there. Retro games for the computer, more retro games for the computer. Some controls and retro stuff in the box. Here's a closer look at the vinyl player. And below, my amiibo collection. Mostly Zelda, Metroid, some Pokemon, Fire Emblem, stuff I got on sale, but I had to have Metroid and Zelda. Getting crammed in there, so that's one reason why I don't have the others put here. Next to it, some more classic figures, retro Lego in the back, Family Guy of course. I love Family Guy. Samus Aran from Metroid, Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, some little odds and bits and pieces. Conquer from Conquer's Bad Fur Day. Really great game from the N64 or Xbox. More gargoyles. That didn't change really. Here's some space because two figures moved to the upper shelf that we've seen earlier. And yeah, here is, well, a shame. Another game I didn't play but still have the Jets because they were like really cheap, like $2 each, besides the one on the left. Here's my Constellation Collector's Edition from Starfield. Didn't change as well. A piggy bank that stopped because I ran out of power in this weird pose. Next to this shelf is my signed autograph from JDF from Legend of the White Dragon. I'm happy that I have that. Really cool. Below is the Ranger keys. That changed. I got some newer keys, and the gaps are missing keys, so that will fill up in future. I was clever this time to arrange everything and don't have to do it all over again, because that would be kind of a job. And it's also gone down like 3 rows, so there's space for the morpher. If that's complete, that's complete. But let's head over to the Zord shelf, the thing that is most interesting, I guess, for you. The top row didn't change much because it was completed last year. New additions are basically not happening here. Maybe some levels, and I want to take a bigger board for the shelf, which is deeper to have more room. I will see. Ranger figures in front if I can find some. Morphers and coins in the back, so that's a repeating pattern here. Yeah, Season 2, Thunderzords, Serpentera on top flying. There's the White Tiger in Thor. You can't really see him, he's slightly peeking through. Power coins. The White Ranger coin is a custom, as you can see, but the other are metal. White Ranger, here, custom coin, closer look. Moving over to Season 3, Battleborgs, Ninja Falcon Megazord, Shogun Megazord, Ninjor, same deal on top, Morpher, coins, a repeating pattern as I said. Moving on to the Zeozords, same pattern, Morphers up front, Pyramidas in Ultrazord mode, and the Morphers should go there in the future. I want to do that with every season to have it in a similar pattern. But as you can see, nothing changed to last year, maybe a little bit because of dusting. Auric, Super Zeo Megazord, Auric's Key, Moray Wheel, Turbo has the same pattern, Turbozords, Morphers, everything. Yeah, as I said, it only slightly changes because of dusting the stuff here. Turbozords are in the back in the garage, and yeah, no big changes. Archillatron is there, Turbo Navigator up front. There's the playset next to the Morphers, Digimorpher and Astromorpher. Then there's Astro Delta Megazord, Mega Voyager, Mega Winger, everything like last year. The vinyl figures in front of the Lost Galaxy Zords. Japan exclusive, highly recommend them, they are cool. Behind there is the main Megazord with the Lights of Orion upgrade set, Torozord, Stratosphere and the Centaurus Megazord, and Zenith Shark at the end, which caps off this shelf here, the top row. When we move down, here's Lightspeed Rescue. No big change, same deal as last year, and also repeating pattern Morpher and the Zords. Really cool. I want to put everything from this row on behind glass like I did with the classic shelf. As you can see here, this is the beginning of it, everything behind glass. Dusting is necessary, but it's an evil necessary duty, so I can avoid that in the future. Here you can see there is still the Velcro, no wood color, that will change in the future. The Rangers are next to the Azords. Only thing that I changed here, I took away the jet that was hanging above the whole scenery. It was too big, I didn't like it anymore. There's the Shadow Force Megazord next to the Q-Rex. Here are the Morphers with the badges. The biggest change is Wild Force so far. I had to buy another left arm for the main Megazord because I used it for another combination. It was like 12 euros on eBay, so I have two White Tigers now. Otherwise he wouldn't have an arm, as I said. You can see there's the Pegasus Megazord, and you need for this combination a White Tiger that holds the elephant's head. So I had to buy a double. That will be true for future combinations. Here's the deer and the rhino and the armadillo. Morphers up front. There is a Japan exclusive gorilla that was used in the movie only, not in Power Rangers. Kongazord. So that didn't change. I want to replace and get some doubles of these Zords because this season has a lot of potential for portraying multiple combinations. And in the back you can see the Animus Megazord. That was really good deal, like 90 euros. That thing is expensive by now, like really crazy expensive. Also the giraffe, the Spear of Pedolus, is now visible and it's another arm of a Zord. Ninja Storm, Ninja Con is one thing. Here the Morphers in front. He is exclusive to the American toy line, and here's my only Zord edition for this year, the deluxe version of the Mammoth from Ninja Storm. This thing is huge. There's also an unboxing playlist, as most of the stuff I'm showing here. If you want to have a more detailed look at it, you can find that in an unboxing in the playlist. I really wanted this. This cost a lot of money, and it ate up most of my reserves for buying toys. So yeah, as you can see, I had to bend those horns a bit. Not horns, like this top part of the helmet, to make it fit. It's so tight in there. It's crazy. He's so huge, and I cannot change the shelf. But yeah, the dolphin has his own spot now because he's the only one who doesn't get a place on that combination. Dino Thunder Megazord, Thundersaurus to be exact, auxiliary Zord from that season. Only thing I have so far. That will change in the future when I complete that season. The entire thing will change a bit. It's still a bit squished because of the mammoth here taking up room, but as I said, I want to rearrange that when everything is complete, when I have more Zords. Power Rangers yaYsPllw is complete as it was last year. Delta Command Megazord behind, then main Megazord up front, the SWAT Megazord, then the Omega Cycle, Morphers, same deal as with the other seasons. Mystic Force is a bit hidden. The Megazord, the Manticore Megazord, almost forgot how it was called. The Morphers are here as well in the same spot, and Genji is rather new. I think I paid like 8 to 12 euros on eBay, new, so really nice deal. Then the only character I have from Overdrive, he's not a Zord, he's an assist character, but he has a Zord size capability, so I wanted him on the shelf as well. When we move up fourth and down again, we're going on with Jungle Fury. Rhino Steel Megazord is Japan toy, and the elephant and the shark left and right from him, they are not Japan, they are American, and they're not compatible, so they will swap out in the future. Solar Morpher up front. So yeah, no changes here technically. A bit widened out, a bit more spacious, not so squished like last year. I really like what I did in between of cleaning here. RPM Zords also a bit more spread out, not much, but they are American toy. I want to get the Japan version of those. They are not as good as I wanted them. The quality is okay for those Zords, but I want the Japan version of those. As you can see, pretty nice, but they will swap out in the future. We will see that on the channel if I do. Next, when we move forward, we have Samurai Zords. Light Zord is Japan toy. Up front, the Zords are all American and they have to swap out as well. You can see there is a bit skinnier. The Bull Zord is American toy, and the auxiliary Zords up front, they are American as well. Not so my preference here. When we move over to Megaforce, this season is almost complete and everything is Japan toy. And this little thing, this Red Ranger was like €1 on AliExpress. Actually not a knockoff, a correct Bandai toy. And I put up these auxiliary Zords, the headers, I put them on a little acrylic shelf, on a floating shelf up top, which was the best idea I had to have more room down below. So Super Mega Force, everything as I said a bit more spread out. Legendary Megazord, Lion, the Dragon from Mystic Force. That everything represents a different season. This one is from Space Patrol Delta, as you can see. The Morphers, the repeating patterns you can see here. So really cool. Japan toy as well, that Zord. The Q-Rex from the Silver Ranger of this season is still American toy, it needs to change. In the future you can see the size difference of these two Zords. The little green Astro Zord, I think it's called, is also American toy. I want to swap that out as well. The Morpher of the Silver Ranger is a combination with an add-on down below, which was only used in Sentai. Then we have Dino Charge next. Not many Zords, just these two. And this really cool Memorial Edition Gabokira Gun Morpher. That thing is crazy cool. I got this year. I got more roleplay items than Zords, which is a shame at some point. But yeah, it's a cool thing to have. I couldn't say no to that one. Ninja Steel, Blaze Megazord, Auxiliary Zord in front the UFO Zord, and the Red Zord from the Red Range. I forgot his name. That was a gift in the past from a friend. I have to get the others of that. Moving on to Beast Morphers, same pattern, Morpher up front, and Beast Morphers only has like 3 Zords. The main Megazord, the Zord of the Silver and Gold Ranger, and the Beast X King Megazord there, which is weird. This is a season with so small amount of Zords that is crazy to me. This is also a Japan Morpher, and this, well, that's an American Hasbro Morpher. I don't even know if Japan made that one for the Beast X King. So, Dino Fury, same deal as last year. Nothing changed because that season was complete. These Zords are a lot like Legos, but I really adore them. Morpher is also Japan. I had Japan and American Morpher next to each other. I took out the American one, only left the Japan version on. It's more shiny. One Morpher on shelf is enough. It takes a lot of space, so yeah. And what was it called? The Dino Knight Morpher from Power Rangers Dino 3. This is the Japan version. So I think in Japan it's called Max Ryosol Changer. So call it whatever you want it. I call it Dino Knight Morpher. Then we have the last season for now from Power Rangers. Cosmic Fury. The Morpher is Hasbro. It's made for the show. It's American toy. There is a different version in Japan, but the show in Japan was different as well. And there are the Cosmic Fury Zords. And I still want to get the other Japan Zords even if they weren't used on the show. And yeah, some Japan toy like from ToQger that I bought on a deal because I liked how they look. The trains are still in box. Someday I will unbox them, someday. And here's the Zenkaiger version between Dragzord and Quantum Rex from Time Force. This is a merged thing. It was like 40 euros, was on sale. I really liked the idea. And yeah, well, the Lion Fire Fortress moved on the shelf in a different mode. It's too huge. I have to get the Japan toy. This has to change as well. And last but not least on this tour are the 2017 movie Zords, including the Morpher. I think that's that for the room tour of 2025. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. I hope you enjoyed this. And if that's the case, we see us in 2026.